السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا بكم أعزائي طلبة الصف الثاني الإعدادي. هنراجع إن شاء الله على الجزء اللي باقي من Geometry of Grade 1 اللي وقفنا عنده second term من Grade 1. Theorem 3 of the triangle كانت آخر حاجة وصلنا ليها in the geometry. قبل ما ناخد theorem 3 let we revise on the theorems of the triangle. All theorems of the triangle. We have three theorems of the triangle. At first, theorem 1 بتقول ايه؟ The sum of the measures of the interior angles of a triangle equal 180 degrees. After that, we know that the measure of the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the exterior angle of a triangle equal to the sum of the measures of the two interior opposite angles, non-adjacent. This angle is exterior angle equal 144, so it equal to the sum of the two angles B plus the right angle. 120 is the sum of A and 42, non-adjacent. After that, we learn the second theorem. It says that the ray drawn from the midpoint of a side of a triangle parallel to another side bisected the third side. If D is a midpoint of AB and ray DE parallel to BC, the side BC. After that, we deduce that the ray DE bisected the other side, which is AC. So E become midpoint of AC. In other words, AE equal EC. AE equal EC. Theorem 2 of the triangle. Corollary on it بتقول ايه؟ The line segment joining the midpoints of the two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. If we have a line segment joining between two midpoints of a line, two sides of a triangle, then this line segment parallel to the third side. Theorem 3. The length of the line segment joining the midpoint of two sides of a triangle is equal to length of this line segment equal to half of the length of the third side. Let me learn it. If E and D are two midpoints, E and D are two midpoints of the two sides AB of AC and AB. So ED become parallel to BC according to theorem 2 of the triangle, and its length equal half of BC according to theorem 3 of the triangle. Repeat. If E and D are two midpoints of AC and BC, the two sides of the triangle, therefore ED parallel to BC, the side BC, and the length of ED equal half the length of the third side is BC. In other words, if BC equal 10 centimeter, so ED equal half of its length equal 5 centimeter. If become, and also if E and if E midpoint of AC and EF parallel to third EF parallel to AB, so F is also midpoint of become also midpoint of BC. So the figure EFBD is a parallelogram. because each opposite side are parallel and equal in length. Let me take an example and write the proof of it. Example number 2 in the book. In the figure opposite, ABC is a triangle in which DE and F are the midpoints of the three sides, respectively, AB, BC, and CA. Length of BC equal 12 centimeter, length of AC equal 10 centimeter. We want to find the perimeter of the quadrilateral DECF. At first, since F and D are two midpoints of AB and AC, the two sides of the triangle, so FD parallel to BC and equal half of the length of BC. Since length of BC equal 12 centimeter, so DF equal 6 centimeter. Let we write this. Since F and D are two midpoints of A, B, and AC, so therefore the length of FD equal half of BC. Since length of BC equal 12 centimeter, therefore length of FD become 6 centimeter. Since E is a midpoint of BC, so EC also equal 6 centimeter. So FD equal CE equal 6 centimeter. After that, since E and D are two midpoints, similarly, the first, since E and D are two midpoints of AB and BC, respectively. So, or therefore, length of ED parallel to AC and equal half of its length. Length of ED equal half length of AC. Since length of AC equal 10 centimeter, therefore length of ED become 5 centimeter. And also if half or midpoint of AC, so FC equal DE equal 5 centimeter. So the perimeter of the figure FDEC equal 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 times 2, all times 2 equal 22 centimeter, because the figure is a parallelogram, because FD parallel to CE and the other two sides are parallel. The second lesson is Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem in the right angle triangle. We use the Pythagoras theorem in right angled triangle. If ABC is right angled triangle at B. So if we draw a square on the three sides, on the two sides of the right angle and on the hypotenuse, so we find that the area of the square on the hypotenuse equal the sum of the two areas of the two sides of the right angle. So we find the Pythagoras theorem in math equal AC power 2 equal AB power 2 plus BC power 2. If we want to find the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle, we use Pythagoras theorem, which is AC power 2 equal AB power 2 plus BC power 2. If we want to find the AB side of the right angle, it becomes AB power 2 equal AC power 2 minus BC power 2. Or another one, BC, the other side of the right angle, equal AC power 2 minus AB power 2. This is Pythagoras theorem. In the right angle triangle, area of the square drawn on the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the areas of the square drawn on the other two sides. Sum of the areas of the square of the other two sides, which is the side of the right angle. Let me take an example. Example number 2. XYZL is a quadrilateral in which measure of angle XYZ equal measure of angle XLZ equal 90 degree. Length of XY equal 7 centimeter, length of YZ equal 24 centimeter, length of XL equal 15 centimeter. Find the length of the two sides XLZ and LZ. Let me write the proof. At first, start with the triangle XYZ. We have two sides and right angle. In triangle XYZ, since measure of the triangle XYZ is right angle triangle at Y. The triangle must be right angle to use the Pythagoras theorem. So therefore xz power 2 equal xy power 2 plus yz power 2. xz power 2 equal xy power 2 plus yz power 2 equal 7 power 2 plus 24 power 2 equal 625. After that, by taking the square root of the two sides, it becomes xz equal the square root of 625 equal 25 centimeter. 25 centimeter. At first, the length of xz. After that, in the triangle XLZ. Triangle XLZ. Since triangle XLZ is right angle triangle at L, so we use the Pythagoras theorem to find the length of LZ. So, or therefore, LZ power 2 equal xz power 2 minus xl power 2. LZ power 2 equal xz power 2 minus xl power 2. Equal 25 power 2 minus 15 power 2 equal 400. By taking the square root of the two sides, the length of LZ becomes the square root of 400 equal 20 centimeter. This is the second